Hello, welcome back to episode 65 of our Geneforge 2 Infestation playthrough. We're about to try sneaking into the power area to help out the poor little shaper who is trying to get the experiments to work right. Alright, it's hurting a bit. Alright, Barzites are powerful and smart, but they can be amazingly careless. For example, here they have put several barrels of chemicals next to the power conduits. If too much power went through here and excessively heated the chamber, it could cause a massive accident. It is a control panel here. It is attached to the power conduit, but the controls and connections are very complicated. The switches on it aren't labeled. You might be able to use it to affect the power flowing through the room. Alright, look at the nearby barrels. They are full of the reagents required for shaper experimentation. Some of them are quite valuable. Others have become unstable with age. Leaving them piled around a live power conduit breaks about 500 safety regulations. Alright, we're going to turn down the power. You turn down the power for a minute. The room cools down. You wait for a few minutes. You get bored. You turn the power up again. Alright, let's come back out of here and see if that took care of it for Lark here. Oh, come here. Something wrong. Conawson North. So that wasn't it. Alright, that's all for now. Okay, so let's go back over here. We weren't taking that much damage. We could 100% like blow this place up. Alright, let's try again. Let's go past this to the next section. What do we got in here? Get some spray crystals and air shot crystal. A restoration pod. Thorns we're not going to use. Alright, let's come past these guys. You enter a protective ring. The loop of corridor is always built around places where exceptionally high-risk shaping experiments are taking place. If something goes wrong, a magical barrier can be raised in the corridor. This will hopefully trap the noxious chemicals or dangerous creations inside. Being the poor shaper trapped inside with them is an occupational hazard. The hall is charged with power. It shimmers like the air above a fire. It's hard to concentrate. It's also hard to see very far. This might make it easy to sneak past any guards. You can hear down the hall the sound of heavy clomping against stone. Something is on patrol. Okay, I've got a madness gem. Trying to stealth by and fix the power problems, but I don't know that we can. The shaping hall is simple but productive. The platform and tools have seen heavy use, and the smell of essence is heavy in the air. The incubation tanks are heavily crusted with goo. Lots of creatures have been raised in them. Research notes litter the floor, recording in minute detail all of the unique mutations created here. This lab is where the administrators do their most complicated research. The mighty creations created and produced in quantity by the Barzites were designed here. Right, maybe we can learn something. This is a thick book, bound in leather and covered with protective runes. Apart from the enchanted glyphs, the cover and spine have been left blank. You recognize some of the symbols. Some are wards against theft, others protect against fire, acid, or other techniques someone might use to destroy the book. Some of them you don't recognize at all. Open the book. You open the book. Nothing bad happens. This is a relief? That makes sense. The book is here to be regularly opened and used to record information. The contents of the journal are complex and terrifying. They describe how Barzal and his shapers have found a way to see and decode the most basic instructions of life itself. This knowledge is contained in every living being, written too small to see. Keep reading. The tiny written instructions to make any one being are too long and complex to be fully recorded or understood. However, by directly editing specific bits of writing using magic, it is possible to shape living beings with more speed and precision than ever before. It is even possible to rewrite humans. You can give them all sorts of powers, even making them wizards or shapers in an instant. You notice several sections which seem to summarize the Barzite work. They explain how to make a device. This shaped machine can read the invisible instructions inside of living beings and then edit them to reshape the creature. Very valuable information. You could tear these sections out, however this would likely infuriate the college. We're not triggering the wards against theft. We will, however, steal all of their equipment and notes to sell later. And hopefully not run into anybody. Find mine crystal, sure. Oh, well, who is this? Burham. We should probably load our last quick save. Because, so that's, like, that doesn't really help us. We're trying to help out the, thing here. Alright. Turn down the power. And turn down the power. Leave the power alone. See, look at the nearby barrels. Some tools. I'm just taking some damage here. We're not really making any progress. Apparently oh, you know what we need to do? We need to put our Tinker's gloves on and come back over here and try again. Turn down the power. Well, no, it doesn't seem to do anything. Hit a group heal. Alright. Maybe if we take a peek through here and find the power problems. Nope. We're just going to come over here just to see if we can find what the power problems are, because it doesn't seem like we're able to find it. Yeah, you just keep fighting the golem for now. You're probably gonna have to... Wait, why are we only getting 7? Ouch. Are we over encumbered with our equipment? Oh, this modulates the flow of energy through power conduit to the laboratory. So you examine it for a few minutes. It's actually a fairly simple device. You look at the crystal fibers exiting the pedestal and entering the power conduits. They're working the way they should. The flow of power through here is smooth, and there's no problem here. Okay, so we just gotta investigate all of these things. No problem with this one. Examine the control pedestal. It is used to modulate the flow of energy. Examine it for a few minutes. It's actually a fairly simple device. You notice that the energy flow in the cables is smooth going in, but flickering unevenly coming out. You could probably fix it. We take 3 living tools, one for the power conduit, one for the fibers, and one for the control panel itself. Let's fix it. It's a surprisingly simple system. Once you start working with it, you clamp the conduits with 2 living tools, and as they squeak in annoyance, fix the pedestal with the 3rd. Soon the job is done. You remove the now withered tools and restore the energy flow. The power is smooth going in and out. And we replace our tool. Nothing else. There's some crystals there, but we're just going to get out of here before we get injured. I don't think we're looking for esoteric craft, but we'll hang on to it. Well, actually, we'll go ahead and throw it in the junk bag. We'll heal ourselves before we get killed. Alright, and we'll get out of that main shaping hall. So that's where the problem is. The power junction there is where you would expect to maybe need to fix it, but it's up here. Alright, so we can come back over here and help out poor Lark. Fix the power system. I already know, and I already did something to help you out. Storage bay B was locked. She points to the west, and now it isn't. Thank you, Shaper. You've done me a real favor. Alright. Got 40 experience for that. Nearly died. We lost our battle alpha. We'll go refresh at these pools and make a new one. Minor heal. And strength. Very tempting. We're still trying not to use them anymore. We think we've used 2 now. We got air shock. Just because it's such a valuable spell. And the build we're doing. What was the other... Show emissary... Mockley's book. Oh. Esoteric Craft. I actually have it. That's who needed it. Okay. So can I take it back out of the junk bag? Oh, that's pacifier. Okay, so we have to go out and take it back out of our junk bag. And then come back in. Alright. Then we could sneak back into the Radiant College area. Let's go to Rising itself. And grab Esoteric Craft back out. Go back into the Radiant College. And go talk to the librarian. Maybe. We still haven't found anything that resembles the language from Sharon's book, apparently. Found your lost book. She takes it. Ah, thank you, thank you. This will be good until it's stolen again. She leaves the room for a moment and then returns. You can be trusted. You are a trustable patron. You can enter the back room and look at the private books. I hope you like them. Oh, nice. Make sure your hands are clean. Frightened. Another question. Alright. So what private books? Where did she go to do private books? Let's see. Oh, there. That's where they are. Let's see. Barzite Way, we already know. Right now, this is unlocked. Okay, let's see here. This is a shaping journal where a researcher has recorded the results of some promising experiments. His skill is much, much greater than yours. You don't know enough about battle shaping to understand what he's written. Oh no. This workbook is on languages. Okay, the study of foreign tongues is normally rare. After all, in Shaper lands, only one tongue is spoken. However, there are a handful of savage lands not under Shaper control, and people speak differently there. Remembering Sharon's mysterious book, you flip through the pages, looking for some clue to what the strange tongue would be. Surprisingly, you are in luck. The book describes something called the Old Susha dialect. It is a language similar to the Shaper tongue that was spoken by tribesmen on Susha Island long before the Shapers came. You take some notes. Sharon will be interested. Alright. So, it said much higher skill of battle shaping, so I don't know what level of battle shaping we would need in order to trigger that book to give us more skill. It's a bit unfortunate because we could really use that. Oh, there's a hidden room here. Okay. There's probably some more stuff in that corner. We may come back and explore that later. We know if we go see Burham, we're going to get in trouble. So we're going to come talk to Sharon real quick about her book. It's a book kind of day. And then we can go give the book to Swofford. Because we found Esoteric Craft. Maybe we can take our new Battle Alpha buddy that we make and go take on the Glax. Because we could have, we have the extra stun resistance. And we could put on Mind Effect and Curse. Yeah, we'll see. Alright. Let's see. I've learned something about your book. Describe what you've learned. That is very interesting. Not very useful to me, of course, since I don't know a word of the old Susha dialect, but maybe I can find a way to learn it. Thank you for your help. Since you have given me knowledge, I feel I should give you some in return. I will teach you something of interest. She gives you a lesson in efficient spellcasting techniques. It takes a few hours of extreme concentration, but you learn a few things. Your spellcraft skill improves. Nice. That's exactly what we need. It's old Susha dialect. Shaper Zachary sent me that book. He wrote a note that it came from a place called Susha Island. He discovered it in a ruin, brought it here, could make no sense of it, and gave it to me to study. Alright. Let's see. I need to cut down the tallest tree in the forest near Rising. Alright. Well. So Barzal thinks that the axe to take down the tallest tree would be in the Takerlands. And we know that the tallest tree, or that the route to the Takerlands, you know what, let's go ahead and make our new battle alpha. Max level with Bull Rush. Yep, that's just what he is. Big meat shield boy. Maybe we can make him some friendly thats. But we know the route we want to take is up through here. Because this was like rogues and that was traps. But we may go deal with the Infernal again. Let's check out the breeding pits first. Entering breeding pits. Alright, you enter the southern half of the city of Rising. The buildings are old Shaper construction, recently and carefully restored. The crumbling walls have been fixed by servile workers. There are piles of materials and equipment everywhere. The halls around you are mostly empty, but they have been prepared to house a host of humans and creations. This is an impressive complex of shaping halls. Once it is making creations at full speed, the Shaper Council might have a difficult time retaking these mountains. A few serviles are walking around and working, putting the final touches on the buildings and equipment. Alright, let's leave the lock alone for now. We're not going to waste a bunch of tools when we can find a key lying around somewhere, hopefully. A lot of javelins and tools. Oh, yeah, alright. Oh, we're weighing 61 pounds. We weren't paying attention to the weight, and these things are heavy, which is why we're down an action point. We can put that in our junk bag. We're not going to use it. That gets us down below our threshold, but we probably want to bump our strength up by 1. We did have the option of getting that canister to bump up our strength, which we may end up having to use if we want to continue with the power level that we need. Meet one of the servile guards for this complex. It is an unfamiliar design, one of the new augmented serviles developed by Shaper Barzal to defend his lands. It is taller, stronger, and armed with a baton. Fortunately, it is currently quiet and obedient. It stares at the ground when you approach. Who created you, Servile? Barzal made my design. What humble skills I have, he gave to me. His shapers brought us into existence. I was sired by other serviles of my kind, though I did not have the honor of being shaped by Barzal's hand. What is this area for? I'm not supposed to say things, Shaper. I am sorry. You should talk to Tha, my direct controller. He points to the northwest. You tell me about the Shaper? He's truly great, must never be defied. Okay, that's all. 217 health. What's the sign say? Shaping control? Tha. Oh, Tha is another all-seeing eye thing, or gazer. Incubation chamber number 3. The shaping hall contains a huge magically charged crystal. Energy flows from its long conduits to a series of huge empty metal vats. Essence will be brought from other chambers and poured into the vats. New creations will then be sealed into them to absorb energy and grow strong. It requires great skill, effort, and resources to make a hall like this, but the work has a huge reward. Dangerous and powerful creations can be rapidly and reliably produced here. Alright. What you got for me? Alright, we need some more living tools after using some to fix y'all's power problems. Major healing pod, shielding spores. Oh, right, we need to take Swoford the book. I almost forgot about that. Our book delivery service. Nothing much else we can do in here. Pick up some Shaper records. Take a look at the barrel. Hearts and limbs. Not encouraging. Alright, this chamber is occupied by the Administrator of South Rising. Directions for the creation and delivery of the new creations will come from here. However, the Director is not a Shaper. It is something very strange and alarming. It floats in the air like a Vlish, but it isn't. It's a spherical monster with a single large eye and a huge mouth. Many small tentacles come from the top of the creature's head. Each has a single eye at the end of it. All the eyes are focused upon you. When you enter, the beast grins. It has a lot of tiny teeth. It says, "We are the mighty gazer Thought-Tha. The eyes see you, Shaper. Come. The mouth will speak, and we will judge." This is clearly a creation, yet you have never heard of a gazer before you came to these mountains. To be honest, it sounds like a multiple personality problem. The bizarre creature, or creation, hovering about 8 feet in the air, stares down at you. Its toothy mouth sneers. Whatever quality Shapers gave it, humility is not one of them. As its main eye sizes you up, its eye stalk looks all around, constantly scanning for threats. Finally, Thought-Tha speaks. The eyes recognize the Shaper Elia. The eyes wish it well at this point. Tell us what you want. I want to know what you are. I am a gazer, one of the first of my kind. My eyes see all and warp the minds of enemies. Even you, if you make it necessary. My design was first created by Shaper Barzal. We were perfected in the mountains of the Takers, and our path led us back here. Excuse me? Barzal designed you? The original template, simple and flawed, was made by Shapers 137 years ago. Barzal's eyes found the design, saw the spark, the idea. He perfected it. The Takers learned the technique and created us. Takers are mad, but they can show skill. Tell me more about the Takers. So the Takers actually made the Gazers, but they came back to Barzal. They live further up in the mountains. They hate your kind. They have powerful ones, skilled in the art of shaping, refining and further refining their art. We did not care for their madness and their desire to destroy Shapers. We do not fear you, Shaper. We see no reason why we must fight you. That is why we came south to help the Barzites. The Takers have powerful Shapers. The Takers have ones who can marvelously shape, but the one who made us was not a Shaper. Who created you, then? We cannot say. My Maker bound us not to not reveal its identity. It was a powerful command. Creation, I command you. Tell me who made you. Thought flinches. You can issue powerful commands too. Finally it says, I cannot say the name. I can tell you I was made by a Drakon of the Takers. We suspect that soon the shaping power of the Drakons will exceed even that of your kind. Then the Takers will wage their war. It will be mad and glorious. Okay, so the Takers have Drakons that are practicing shaping. Interesting development. I have another question. We also have decently high leadership, apparently. I want to know more about this area. Barzal has placed great faith in these eyes. We watch these halls, where the Barzites will make our army. We will need many creations to defend ourselves from the Shaper Council. The complex is not active yet, but it will be soon. What will be made here? All sort of war creations. Some Drakes, Battle Alphas, and Glax, but mainly Drakons. Drakons are the main force. They are the first to serve the eyes. What is a Drakon? Like a Drake, but even stronger, and more independent. Amazing warriors. Very difficult to make, though. Of course, nobody outside these mountains will have ever heard of a Drakon. Drakes are already barred for being so strong and independent. No Gazers will be made here? Not yet. Only the most powerful augmented Shapers, the truly skilled Barzites and Takers, can make Gazers. I have another question. Alright, I'm going now. Well out, Shaper. We hope you contribute to the Great Barzal work. You will be rewarded well. Okay, so the gazers... Oh! When thrown, it returns to your hand. Drains the life force from your foes to heal you. That is amazing. And it doesn't weigh anything. Infinite ammo, life drain, ranged weapon. This, if you're doing a combat build, this is something you want to head for sooner rather than later if you can. That is a powerful weapon right there. Alright. And it doesn't cost any weight, which means when you go to... you can wear heavier armor and heavier sword. Alright. This is some interesting stuff to learn. Right. Grab a few items out of here. Check out this little box. Nope, not useful. Let's talk to this servile. Servile wears a dusty robe and a belt heavy with tools. He is very muscular, more so than any servile design you've ever seen. He's one of the workers putting the final touches on this complex. He bows deeply. Yes, Shaper. What want? How I help? What are you working on? Repairs. Use tools. Stack blocks. What Master Thought says say I do. What is this area for? Servile shivers. I not to say things. I told to be quiet. To send to Thought the Master. He points this way. You're very strong. Thank you, Mighty Shaper. Barzal gave me this strength. I will not live as long, but it does not matter. My power lets me give you more service than a weaker servile could in 2 lifetimes. Okay. Interesting. So, making shorter-lived, stronger serviles. We'll pick this lock, a single living tool. Oh, you know what we should do? Put our gloves on, so picking locks is easier. Yeah, mushrooms, alright. Some shaper equipment we can pick up. A lot of barrels around here. Some docks, crystal, like it. Oh, some wine. Didn't have to go buy any, we just need to find a barrel with some. Get some restoration spores. We took those bottles of wine to the servile. Right, major healing pod, shielding pod, some metal pots, scalpel, a lot of little vats. Let's see if there's anything. Leave that alone for now. Ha ha ha. Okay. Instead of, I would have been so upset if we had opened that up instead of just walking around. Oh, that is so troll by the game. Good on you, game designer, with the trolling. He's the guy who made this game has a decent sense of humor. Alright, what's this? But also, like, searer. Okay, we don't use it. We will pick this lock. Walk over here. Alright, we could easily get enough mind crystals. Create Drake. Alright, yeah, there's definitely a much higher power level of a playthrough if you decide to go with the canisters. You are going to be leveling up your abilities left and right. especially once you get to these Barzite lands and there's a bunch of canisters. But also, if you want to stay under control, you can be a little more selective with them. What we got here? Ferriton's Gate. Oh ho ho! The road to Ferriton. Alright. Alright. So he's like the sort of like crazed shaper that Grimwing was talking about. Might have some shrubberies for us. We've got a little bit more exploring to do here in the breeding pits. And some bars of iron, bagged meal, bowls of cloth. We're just raiding their supply closets because we need money, and these people charge exorbitant prices for training. Some heavy boots. Right. And we've got a book to deliver. Forgot about that. Still, I keep forgetting about Swiford's book. What's here? Alright, this would take us over to the South Rising Road. That's where the big tree is. Okay. Not interested in dealing with that. How are we going to find out? That was one of the other things that we had on our sort of to-do list, was how to find out who set up the spawner outside of the Sholai encampment. Which working on? Series 4. Alright, that's all. Just trying to see if there's any, like, hidden, what's it called? Hidden smart spy survivals around here. Get them, trip them up. Alright, come on out. One more building we haven't been in. What we got over here? Just a resupply closet, basically. That's what this whole area is. Just resupply, restock, fill up all of our... Now, last episode, I 100% said I need to remember some place that had a lot of money that we could sell things to. But now I don't remember where it was. So I'll have to find that later. Alright, let's go to the Mage's Complex and give one of the books to Wolford in the library. Just one less thing to carry around. Then we need to remember to go see the Loyal... oh wait, there you are. The Loyal Shapers for training. I have one of the books you were looking for. Give her a copy of Rune Casting. She takes the book. This is not the more valuable of books I was looking for, but it's still rare and useful. This baton is, I think, a fair trade for the risk you endured to get it. Swaffer gives you a wand carved from ivory. It is carved with small runes. Do you have any spellbooks I can study from? Loha is the only one who signs passes those. You also can give them to Awakened. Actually, Loha's pass won't open all those doors. Not sure what will. Any books you might buy? Ember and Onyx. Where should I look? About. Alright. Do we need to double check reading any books back here? Alright, won't learn anything else from that one. We have leveled up some things since we've been here, and I don't remember if we could use or couldn't use all of these. Know more about the minor heal spell. Okay, this was one we hadn't used before. So our minor heal is better now. Fantastic. That is good to know. let's head out. Guard, guard. You'll love to see it. Somebody over here. Alright, we could have stuff we could sell, maybe? Is it wind? Learned Versa. Wind and Learned Versa. Maybe we can sell some stuff to them real quick. Also take a peek at Ferriton's stuff. Like buy some food. Nope. Okay. Can't they have 3 coins in their shop anyway? I'd like to buy some potions. Okay. Do here. Question. Alright. We can't sell there, which is unfortunate. Alright, we will have to find a place to offload all of our pilfered goods and maybe do some more exploring next time. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.